You want epic? This was epic.
Yes.
The only reason we're not doing this first is, I'm sorry, Dutchies, but Brazil getting knocked out is a bigger deal than you guys getting knocked out. But, man, this was something. Argentina 2-0 up. Holland to incredible late goals to make it 2-2. Argentina with chances to win and put it away in extra time. And then it goes to penalty kicks.
Yeah, and then you feel the tension in that stadium at the Lusail Stadium. 88,000 fans. Of those 88, you must have had easily 50,000 or maybe even 55,000 of Argentines. Right? They were everywhere. And they were singing and they were chanting for the first 75 minutes. And it was 2-0 up and Messi was being the GOAT. The assist on the first goal from Messi, this reverse no-look pass is just pure art. And then suddenly it changes. One cross, one header by Weghorst, and then suddenly you see they're shaking. But they're still chanting, but they're shaking. And then the second goal right at the end, an amazing set-piece combination where you expect the ball on literally on the edge of the box to go over the wall, and instead they place it under, and Weghorst touches the ball, turns, scores, it's 2-2, and you're thinking, what is going on? This is football.
There might have been a deflection in there, too.
Yeah, as well. It was just crazy. I mean, and then the roller coaster of emotion from Argentina fans was incredible. Now they were not singing. It was the little pocket of Dutch fans, like 1,000 of them, singing, and then you think, okay, what's going to happen now? And you know the big mistake that Van Gaal and the Dutch made is that they stopped playing. They stopped playing
you
in
just
extra
played
time.
for penalties.
Exactly. They retracted. They played the low block or kind of medium block, but to the halfway line, and that was it. And I think Argentina, in the other hand, got a bit of the ball, kind of found some energy again, a bit of momentum. You're right. They had chances. They hit the post.
Chances.
Yeah.
Enzo Fernandez hitting the post.
Exactly. And then that was the shift that really Argentina needed and that the Dutch gifted them. And after it's the pens. And I was always going to bank on Emi Martinez, who, remember in the Copa America, how good he was on pens against Colombia, for example, against Noppert, who had never been in this situation, had never been in penalty shootout.
Can I give you an Andries Noppert stat?
Go on.
Which I found on Wikipedia, so you know it's true. Andries Noppert is 28 years old. He's been a professional goalkeeper for 10 years. Do you know how many league appearances he has?
No.
45.
Yeah.
45 appearances in 10 years, and he's starting for Holland. I'm sorry, and he's been good, and he's actually been
okay
throughout the tournament. I think what's been problematic has been Holland. This whole Van Gaal, let's be defensive, blah blah blah. Let's stop playing. Let's be smart. I'm sorry, I don't want to say it doesn't suit Holland, although there's a lot of Dutch purists back home who don't like it. But I don't think it suits these players.
He's got good players. I mean, this was so anti-football, Gary. It was, and they had a lot of the ball. I think in the end they have more passes. They completed more passes than Argentina. And I thought De Jong was outstanding, both with the ball and without the ball, because he kept an eye on Messi a lot of the time. And when he was not De Jong, Frankie, that is the good one. When he was not De Jong, when he was not Frankie, one of the centre backs, especially Ake, was clearly coming out really high, and that was clearly the game plan. And to a certain extent, it worked at time. But my word, come on, Gabko, Frankie, Depay, Van Dijk, they deserve better than that. Really deserve better than that.
A word on the referee, Mateo Lajos. A lot of people didn't like his officiating. 14 yellow cards, plus one for the legendary Walter Samuel, the wall.
Yeah, the wall. I mean, it's all about himself, and that's why it should not be like that for a referee. And I thought he lost control of that game pretty quickly. I mean, it didn't help when Paredes comes on and clearly all he wants is the fighting, because I thought Paredes made that game explode in the way it did. But I don't think Mateo Lajos helped either.
When Paredes goes and rifles the ball for no reason.
In the bench.
Against
on the bench.
The Dutch bench, and they all rise up. Somebody goes and I think body checks Paredes to the ground.
Van Dijk, yeah.
Now, I cannot think of any reason why you don't immediately give Paredes a red card. I cannot think of any...
the tackle on Ake was bad in the first place, and then he kicks the ball clearly into the bench.
A little bit about Argentina, though, because projecting forward a tiny bit, I mean, we've pointed out Holland's issues. To me, they didn't look fluid, and they didn't look great against Australia. And I wondered if there was a rerun there. Because remember, Australia, they're 2-0 up, ha, it's all fine. Man, these guys aren't that good. In fact, Holland weren't that good until that point. And then there's the fluky goal, and then there's the run, and it's nearly 2-2, right?
Yeah.
Was this a rerun of that?
It
Are you
looked-
going to blame Argentina for the fact that they let a 2-goal lead?
Yeah, I think
slip?
something went wrong clearly there. I mean, maybe it's simply the fact that once you have the Bad De Jong and Verkoos and Van Dijk was playing centre forward as well.
You know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
It's
and
gonna,
they
you know,
hoofed the
they have
ball.
the big,
And they hoofed
big
the ball.
boys.
Which is not easy. Which is not easy to defend against, and also Croatia are not going to do that. And then whoever you play in the final, if you qualify, are not going to do that either. So maybe we can slightly give them a pass a little bit. However,
But you
it's
don't
still-
see a Petkovic, Budimir
Imagine,
partnership.
maybe and Mandzukic comes back as well from his holidays. But I think they get tired. I think Messi gets tired and kind of disappears. And when Messi disappears, just when you need him to hold the ball up and just waste not waste time, but let the time goes. I think if he gets tired, it's more difficult for them because they rely so much on him.
It's a great point. Look, I'm assuming Messi won the man of the match awards because he usually does.
Yeah.
And obviously, you could say he was obviously deserved in this game with the pass and then the penalty converted. But I want to get to this issue of Messi dependency because I agree with you. In the extra time, Messi did look tired to me.
Yeah, he looked tired.
Others stepped up. Enzo Fernandez, I thought, stepped up again. Lautaro, who's been so criticized, and rightly so, because he hasn't been good. He had those chances, which you're telling he should have buried, but he brought that energy.
Yeah.
That Messi dependence thing,
Maybe.
I think it kind of comes and goes.
And I like the back five, I have to say. And I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps the back five against Croatia, because I thought the team they were nicely balanced against a team that didn't want to really play football. But still, they were nicely balanced. Molina scores a great goal coming from that right wing back position that suits him well, and Acuna well on the other side, who got the penalty too. So I think the back five worked better than what we've seen so far, and I wouldn't be surprised if he kept it.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.